Great success. It is live. Yes. So it's actually, if you're watching this, see, now I can say this because we've learned how the whole system works. If you're watching this after, in a recorded state after we've been live, so anytime after December 13th, you're going to see a little splash screen, and we're not actually starting right now. So check the description for the timestamp at which we start. It's just the way that we go live and test it ahead of time. And then YouTube records the whole thing, so you see the little preliminary testing thing. So I'm going to do a quick test. I'll send you the link. Check it out. Yeah. Can you access that, or does it have to go live first? Or because you're logged in, you can see it?
I can see it.
Can you see the stream?
Hold on, I'm still waiting for the Gtalk to load.
Alright. I'm going to set it to... I'm going to put the splash screen up and set it to live. And we should see it after that. If you're still watching, check the description. There'll be a little time stamp. There'll be a little time stamp for when it actually gets going.
Yeah, that just sent me to the homepage.
Yeah, okay. Hello, hello. I'm going to test my audio really quickly. I can hear it on my laptop, which means it's good. And I'm going to mute it so I don't hear crazy echo of myself. Hello and welcome to another Tiny Nest live stream. How's it going? We are going to do some tiny house design in SketchUp. We're actually going to do a little bit of a continuation of what we started last time, which included a bunk bed in the design. And I'll actually just quickly just go straight to the camera here on the desktop. So a week ago today, we did a stream and came up with this, which had some pretty cool concepts. This is just representing the height limit. We ended up with a bunk bed in the back and a very narrow space, no extra room really, just a sleeping space. And then we copied the split bathroom from our own tiny nest design, where we've got the bathroom on one side and then the shower on the other. And then we sort of ran into a less than optimal remaining space where there wasn't really room for a living room. So we slapped down a couch, rearranged the kitchen a little bit, and tried to fit a fridge in over here. And so we talked about doing sort of a second go at this, maybe not for the whole duration of the stream, which we usually make for about an hour. I'd like to try putting this onto a longer trailer and seeing if we can't touch up the last details and make it a bit more well polished. And I don't know, if we still have time, maybe we can slap together something really small for fun, or just goof around. But yeah, the whole purpose of these streams is to get our viewers to give us feedback on what we should do with the design, what direction we should take it in, that kind of thing. So if this is your first time joining us, feel free to shout out in the comments and tell us what to do, basically. Yeah, so this was, what length of trailer was this? Is this 20 feet? Let's have a look. I believe this is a 20 footer. So this is 20 feet, and we want to do the same design on a longer trailer. So what do you think we should do?
Okay.
Yeah, and what do you guys think? I was going to say at least 24,
Yeah.
but there was also the talk of the purpose of this design with the bunk bed could be for a family with 2 kids, for example. So maybe we even want to go bigger than that, like 26 or 28.
Sure.
So what do you guys think?
It says, can you make it 25 foot?
25. We only have, so we work with, because we've already made these models for Iron Eagle trailers, we work directly with them and produced sort of prefabs of everything, of all the trailers that they provide. So to skip that whole step, we just pick one of these and just build right on it. So we could do 20, I would say 26 would be the best, closest for 25, closest to 25.
Is there a suggestion for 30 foot too?
Just go full blast with a 30 foot?
Yeah.
Let's split the difference and do a 28. How's that?
I'm gonna let that out.
Benjamin is in beast mode. So this is what happens. Come here, buddy. Can you see him on the stream? On this angle? There he is. His head is there.
What are you doing? Careful of the light.
So that's our 100-pound golden Rottweiler that lives with us in the tiny nest. And when he decides that it's time to be a beast, the full force of the beast is very easily felt in the small space. Let's put it that way. Okay, so I'm going to see about slapping that down. Okay, so I'm going to grab the whole contents of this maybe what I'll actually do is just duplicate it. So bear with me for a moment here. I'm just going to position things to make it nice and easy to deal with. And I will copy everything over. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Oh, my fender flashing doesn't come with me, that's fine. Not a critical layer for what we're doing. So I'm going to delete this layer. And I'm going to just hide all of the trailer related stuff real quick. Like that. And then I will copy move this over like that. I'm going to bring back the trailer. And then move this over to the new trailer. Like so. And I'll pull this down. It's just going to sort of do the translation here from one trailer to another. So this represents the subfloor here. Move this down. Move this back to the wall.
When did we first start thinking about tiny houses? Was that like 4 or 5 years ago?
Would have been 2012? Man, was it that long ago?
Did it take us over a year to save up?
Yeah, because we talked about it and then I went off to do that work, which was like 8 months or something between the start and the actual finish of it.
Right. Someone's saying that the stream wasn't playing in Chrome, but she's seeing it in Firefox. Which is strange because we were both using Chrome.
Yeah, we're both on Chrome. So just getting back at it here. One of the things we were talking about doing was making the bunk bed room bigger. So it's actually like a full kid's room. So if I move this back, see what we got there. Oh yeah, got this. There's lots of little tidbits here. I'm trying not to get too carried away with cleaning it all up. Just trying to cover up the fenders there. Actually see if I can drop this down to the floor. Move it over to there. Oops. And just as I said that, I'm letting myself get carried away. Just gonna clean up the, I'll just do it on the front side. Good enough from this angle. So we'll always look at it from this angle. So how much space do we want to put into the kids' room? because we could put a fold-down desk. Do you remember what the main suggestion was last time about rearranging things? Because I actually thought right now the way that this is such that with the split bathroom, you're left with sort of half space on either side, as opposed to if it was wider. So say this came across and this was not here, this was actually the hallway without this stuff in there. Like that. See what I'm saying? And then the bathroom was in a space like that. Then when you're inside, I'm just going to hide this loft because it's getting in the way. Please don't crash. I better save this. So the footprint of the room would be more like this. See that? So you could put some storage over here, and then in this space could be more usable with maybe a fold-out desk or something. We were also talking about the potential to have the bunk beds fold up.
Yeah, someone mentioned that.
I don't know if there's room for that. I could try it.
Fold down desk would be awesome.
It's only okay. It's only 4 foot or 3'3". Kind of just very curious to see. So let's say you could suspend the beds. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. But let's say you could suspend them so you don't need the corner vertical posts.
Right.
And say the bottom one, we just want, what, like a foot off the ground? Less than a foot even?
Yeah.
1 foot would be there. Right? And so if we wanted to flip this up, we can just see how big it would be. Right? And then put the next one higher.
Okay, someone is suggesting that you could put them on rails on the walls and push them all the way to the top to make space. Which is a cool idea.
Yeah. And if you were... Oh, okay, I've got a really... Okay, I'm gonna roll with that. I like that idea. It's starting to get a bit fancy schmancy, like it becomes harder and harder to DIY something like that, but it can lead to some cool stuff. So, for example,
Stand bed.
yeah, well, that I'm kind of.
It'd be like the same, almost like mechanism.
Yes, because okay, check this out. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I immediately thought once I understood what we were talking about there. Is you put a desk underneath it as the third on-rail object, right?
Right.
I just wonder if it's possible to support it like that. You could put...
Someone else is suggesting attaching the beds to the side wall instead of the back wall.
Yeah. Oh, like against this wall.
Yeah. I feel like you'd have to almost do both though, if you're gonna have them sliders.
Well, as long as you... The only problem with the way it is right now is that they're not long, so they're not like all the way to the end. So this corner here is floating. You know?
Yeah.
By the way, I always forget to do this, but if you're just joining us, we're doing a tiny house design. We actually are doing one that we had got to start on last week, which we came up with this by the end of an hour. And we're just, the bunk bed got messed up because I've edited this one over here. But we made put it on a longer trailer and seeing what more we can do with it. So let us know suggestions. We're currently working on making kind of a sliding mechanism for the beds.
And we are building this.
Yeah.
This is just like for fun, for design purposes, to see whatever we can come up with.
Yeah, it's a fun experiment, like thought experiment, to get feedback from you guys in the comments to help us do things that we might not think about or might not think of, and then we can use our knowledge of tiny houses to sort of try to make the best of your suggestions and our thought on the design, and just see if we can come up with something new and exciting, basically. But anyway, back at it. So I do like the idea of putting the beds on this side for the sake of supporting them. However, kind of run into a problem. Actually, oh, you know what? No, it would be better to do that style with the split bathroom. Because I was just thinking, here, so watch. I know I start talking more than just showing it, which is the whole point of this SketchUp, is that you can just do whatever you want at any time.
So someone else suggested that you could use the back wall and the shower wall for the foot and head of the bed to solve that gap issue. Oh,
Here,
that's a cool idea to turn them like that.
yeah, well, that's what I thought we were talking about. And let me just put this out there. But once it's like this, the only problem is that this whole wall becomes less usable because it needs to stay open for a walkway. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you need to be able to walk. I don't know what the heck has gone on. Did I copy? I think I was partway through copying this wall and forgot about it. As you walk through here, you need to leave at least this open because it's the entry point, you know, to get in. Like, you could put something you could put one object in the corner, like a shelf, but you end up losing the ability to use these walls as much.
Right.
But I'm just realizing that I guess it depends on how wide the beds are. I'm not sure what size of bed these are. 3'3". What is like a kid's bed? Does anybody know? Would it be like a single or a twin or something? Is that what would be comfortable for child-size human? In the meantime, I'm just gonna re-grab the bathroom from here.
39 by 80.
39. Okay. Yeah, that's what this is. 3'3" is 39. And 6'6" is that 80? No, it's close though.
Inches, sorry. American.
Yeah. Okay, let me get rid of this. I deleted the whole bathroom and forgot about re-adding it earlier. Just want to see how deep the shower is. Oh, it's pretty close to the right depth. It's a little bit. Another 8 inches. But do you see where I'm going with this? Is putting it like this, so when you go into the room straight forward, if you turn to the left, you can have all sorts of stuff against that wall. A full wall's worth of whatever. And then on the right, you've got the beds, and using that rails idea, you've got nice support on both ends of it. You can slide it up and then have a desk as the bottom layer. So you can actually have a full desk on one side and something that I'm not thinking of because I don't normally design children's rooms.
I I think it's just like space and storage for them to have room to
Yeah.
play.
We can figure it out after, but you see where I'm going with the use of the space.
Yeah.
The only issue is that it kind of doesn't quite line up with the unless is this wider? No, it's not. Could make it wider. Are these the same? Let me check. 2'7". Yeah, they are the same.
Yeah, someone's saying they've seen a tiny house with a rail system, but it was for one bed. But it was.
Okay, let's say that this is a custom bed. Because it's a tiny house, we need to do something here. Just to make it, just for the sake of the concept. I'm going to make this 4 inches narrower. And I'm going to make the shower 4 inches deeper. Come on. Come on. There we go. Line that up so that it looks like this now. See?
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. So I narrowed the hallway by 4 inches, but since it's child-sized humans, they should fit through it. So okay, let's move on with that. I'm going to save that. It's cool. It's cool. Let's go. I'm gonna unhide the loft because I want to see. So I could put something just to visually represent the rails easily here. I'll add that later. Okay. Okay. Like that. Right? So that's the bed's fully stowed. See that? And what would be like a child's desk height? I mean, it can be any height, obviously, because it's on rails. But a normal desk would be, oh no, I don't even know. Let us know in the comments.
Well, I can
Google it if you have to. Yeah, somebody. No, see, we make our viewers do all the work. That's how we roll here.
28 to 30.
28 to 30. Okay, let's make it 28.
That's for someone who's 5'8" and 5'10". So.
Oh, that's a regular desk height. So maybe 24.
Yeah, even less.
So let's go 24. Well, they might have stools or chairs or something that would stow under when everything's lowered, right? Just want to get a nice texture for the count for the desk. I'm going to open another file here. So I'm going to open another file and copy a texture that I know is good. Let's get this one. That. Nice.
Google says 22 to 26 for little geeks.
Sorry. Can you repeat that? 22 to 26? I think we're at 24, so that's perfect.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so there's a desk. And even when the beds are lowered, it can you could stow chairs underneath it. And so then you lift the stuff, you can pull out the chairs, and then be seated there. Or there's beanbag chairs, because we have used those in the past. The ladder can be stowed up against the wall, like this. And we can rotate that. All right. Clips up against a wall. This is wicked. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do we want to keep poking around in here, or should we move on to the rest of the area?
Let's move on.
So we have a lot more room than last time. So what do we want to do with it? Here, I'm going to open up my other assets file. And again, if you're just joining us, we're doing tiny house design. Is Benjamin outside?
Yeah. Did he bark?
I think he might be barking. We're doing tiny house design. This is just a bunch of filler stuff that I can copy and paste in, but we're working on this design that we made last week. Is this guy here with a bunk bed, and we thought it was a neat idea, so we're putting on a longer trailer and seeing what we can do with it. And we want as much feedback from you guys as possible. When Kiva's not wrangling our dog, she's with you guys in the chat mostly and relaying your responses to me. But yeah, so I'm gonna put a king size bed up into the loft. So I think that's this. 76. How wide is a king size? Start with a queen size.
Are you sure you heard him?
Hmm?
Are you sure you heard him? I can't see him out there.
I heard something.
Should I go?
I don't know. Is he out there?
I can't see him.
But he's outside.
I let him out.
Yeah. He might be around the other side. We're talking about our dog, if you're wondering. Benjamin. He likes to announce that this is his neighborhood, and how dare anyone walk on his street. Tons of room on that loft. It's ridiculous. So we could put another loft on the other side, depending on how we go about putting in the kitchen. So, you know, I think I might like to try to put a dedicated living room in here, because I did see a really awesome design in person at the Tiny House Jamboree. I always reference this, especially because Kiva didn't actually see it, so I'm always talking about it. But you go in the front door and you turn right. You're gonna have to catch up on comments because I haven't been looking.
Okay.
Was he out there?
Yeah.
Was he being a beast?
It's just derping.
He's the derp dragon. So I'm just talking about how we could put a dedicated living room on the right when you go in the door. To the right is like an enclosed living room, and then another loft on top of that. So just a small kind of cubby living room, and then the middle space is the kitchen. So that way we get that living room, which we couldn't get. Like this is essentially a couch in a kitchen,
Yeah.
which is not ideal. Which is one of the reasons that we wanted to revisit this design. So what do you?
Austin's Creation says you should create a tiny house market with that model of all the stuff, set it
Oh, for our, like our virtual reality thing that we're working on. You're talking about this? Yeah, this is. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. That's a good idea. This is kind of just a mishmash. It would be nice to actually spend some time and collect a bunch of stuff. This is the result of downloading a bunch of stuff off the 3D warehouse, and then I just collected it all because I wasn't sure if we'd have. Oh, there's the beanbag chair. I'm gonna copy these, um, because we weren't sure if we were gonna have internet at the jamboree. But it's not a very well like organized or fleshed out grouping of stuff. But I hear what you're saying. See, now I'm getting distracted. I shouldn't have looked in there because now I can see the beanbag and I can't help myself. These are way too tall. Squish that down. Little kid beanbag chairs. There we go. Look at that. Tuck those under there. Tuck, 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 tuck. Okay. So, hide that. Let's get a kitchen. Or should we build the living room first?
Let's do the kitchen.
Do you think we could put... What if we did... I'm having a mad scientist moment here. Because the door into the living room that I saw was in the center, I believe. If you look this way, it was centered, right? But that one had a small couch facing, I'll show you. The couch faced this way, and there was an entertainment center against that wall. So it is limited by the fact that when the couch is long this way, I have to remember to gesture with the mouse because I always gesture with my hands. You guys can't see what I'm gesturing at. It's long, since it's this way, that increases the, you know, like linear foot usage of the trailer. So I'm just having this thought, and once again, I can just show you instead of talking about it. What if we could fit a couch like this way? Oh, it's still gonna take a lot of depth. Whoops. I'm gonna move this window over, obviously. It's gonna intersect. Yeah, this may not work the way I want it to, but I'm thinking when you come in, there's an immediate door, like right away on your right, that leads into the room. What the heck is this? Oh. What? Like a little random bit, a little nugget. Benjamin. This. Oh, that's tons of space. How much space do you think you need in front of you there? If we think about this space that we're in right now, right now, how big is this? Because this is 7'6" from wall to wall. So what do we have right here? So this is more than that. So let's say let's say we could get away with 6 feet. Well, the other thing is that there's this desk, right, that I'm sitting at, which we won't have in here. So if the TV was a whole 2 feet closer, how deep is this desk?
Yeah, Paul Z say at least 5 feet, but it depends on the size of the TV and the viewing distance.
Yeah, this is 2 feet. Well, obviously it's going to be a huge TV. I mean, come on. If you're just joining us, by the way, I can see that we have some more viewers. We're just having some fun designing a tiny house, not to be built, but just trying out some different designs. Maybe we like trying to do stuff that's never been done before because we can just whip it together in SketchUp and just see. And so more suggestions from you guys, the better. I'm kind of on a crazy tangent right now. Here, I want to sit down. I'm trying to sit down because I want to see. What do you think if the TV was basically at the front of the desk?
I think it might be a bit too close.
You think it would be too close? But what if you were sitting back?
Yeah, I mean, it could be okay.
It could, and you could get away with a slightly smaller TV.
Yeah.
Right? If it was a little bit smaller and 2 feet closer. Let's just do that just to maximize the room in the kitchen, and then if we find that we don't have enough, or we have more than we need of room in the kitchen, more kitchen room than we need, then we can always widen this room. So 6'6" is basically what I'm getting at here. Or no, sorry, 5'6". 5'6". 5'6" to the front of the wall, like that. That seems really close. That seems too close.
Yeah.
I'll give it another 6 inches. It could just be the way that couch looks. I mean, when you're sitting all the way back and like kind of in a reclined position, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make this.
To scale?
I think so. It might not be, but we'll see. So we only need about 2 feet. Or no, 28 inches to walk through. And then put another loft over it. Whoops. Like that. So it's like this little cubby. And do I have a TV in here? Yes. Degrees. Look at that. It's perfect, except when I get stuck on the wall. Oh god, don't crash. I always have the fear that my computer's gonna crash when we're on the stream. Like, it hasn't yet, so it rarely does, but it's like a fear of mine. It's an irrational fear. So we'd probably put this pretty much like right up to, you know, within like 2 inches of the edge there, so that is like mostly centered. So when you're seated, oh, I should turn up my field of view too, so I can get in here a bit more. Look at that, that's sweet.
Yeah, I like that.
And you could have some shallow shelving. Shallow shelving.
And the futon could turn into an extra bed.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it could deploy.
In that space?
Yeah, which I think it could. But that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen downstairs bedrooms that are pretty much like that.
Or you could just deploy it and make like a massive nest for like lounging.
That'd be perfect. Why am I clicking the wrong thing? Okay, I want to go to... oh, I'll copy this. Maybe make use of this. Throw it in here. I'm gonna say it. This might end up being one of the best designs we've made.
Yeah. We're gonna have to build another one. Mind you, this is 30 foot, which is like...
Yeah, it's crazy. Who builds 30 feet tiny houses?
Well, I guess it's a family.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're doing this.
Third bigger than our house. 10 feet longer.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel myself getting carried away with this. Gonna try to not. Where's the halfway mark? There it is. Okay. So let's just make this like, I don't know, 8 inches deep? And, or what have I done here? I wanted to make this shorter.
Jordan says he was inspired to build his tiny home by us.
Awesome. That's wicked. Is it all done? Sorry, I know I've gone silent because I'm like all focused on this. I'd love to see how it turns out.
Designing still.
Okay, sweet. So this live stream is right up his alley. Okay, I gotta stop this. I'm building like this shelf. Anyway, that's the concept. Actually, no, I can't leave it alone. I gotta make it like uniform color. Okay, how's that? Just to show that, you know, put some storage under there, because that's, you normally have it in an entertainment center. You'd have that's not like a nerd station with a desk. You'd have like a shelving thing in front of it. What were we gonna say? What?
This is better than ever meeting Beyonce. You said my name. Fangirling. Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome. You know what we'll do? Just special for Kiva is she likes circular windows, so we'll put a circular window in here.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Actually, that would look really good in there.
This looks good. No, I screwed that up. Okay, there we go. And then of course you'd have another circular window on this side, so you'd be in like this little tube. Be totally tubular. I would be hesitant to put windows on the back though, because then it's going to glare into the TV. If you go into this little cave, you're there to cave. Yeah, you don't want to see outside. Come on. Okay, so what I'll do is line this up with, oh my god, I turned on caps lock. With this. If you are just joining us, so I'm doing a good job this time.
Yeah, you are.
People coming in will have not really an understanding of what the heck we're doing. So if you're just joining us, we're working on a tiny house design just for fun, just kind of playing around with different concepts. We're not going to build this. We just keep taking your feedback and kind of playing around with some ideas that come to us as well, and making some fun stuff. And this is what we made last week, and it has a cool kind of back end. This got messed up because I deleted the other thing, but this is a bunk bed as well. Started with a bunk bed and worked out to here, and then we kind of realized that there was no space for a living room, and it became a couch inside a kitchen. So we upgraded to a 30. This is a 28 foot, isn't it? We went with the 28 foot, 28 feet, and No, I compromised between 26
okay,
and 30. So we got 28 feet, and basically that extra 8 feet allowed for a bigger bunk bed room with these are beds on like a rail system, so you can slide down, and when you slide them up, there's a desk, and you can stow some little bean bags or some other type of seating underneath. So this is like a kid's room, split bathroom, shower, and sort of toilet room, and then we're able to put this living room that we were just working on the end. So there's another loft here, and now I'm gonna sort of work on the kitchen. So what all do we want to fit in here? I guess something that might be worth considering is washing machine if it's a family. It's producing a lot of dirty clothes. Kiva's very focused on something.
yeah, you could put a washer dryer in there.
Yeah.
That would be really
And it is like really warm in here.
yeah.
I'll make sure this heater's off. Oh, it's on. That's why it was so hot. Let's open this.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so there's this massive stacker here. So we could do a combo machine. We do have room for a stacker. What about we could put a dishwasher? What do you guys think in the comments? Do we want to go full blast and try to fit like a lot of home appliances? I guess because, again, if it's a family, you'll be producing more dishes on a daily basis. So I'm just thinking we could have a long kitchen against this wall like we already have, but when you we need to figure out loft access. Forgot about that already. Damn it. But I was going to say where we've got this fridge, we could almost put, well, at least 2, if not 3 appliances like side by side. So we could put like a full tall fridge and then maybe a washer dryer combo, like does washing and drying it in one, on up at head level, and then below it put a dishwasher. So it's kind of like I could just put it in. I should just put it in. So I always talk about it instead of just putting it in, which is the whole point of this.
Someone's saying there's something above your head, like a spider or something.
What? Are they trying to mess with us? Are you like conspiring with the viewers? I should be watching the chat. Cannot be trusted.
Josh just tuned in.
Little Red?
Yeah.
Yes. How's it going, Josh? Awesome. So anyway, I was just saying I'm going to let's say I think this is supposed to be a fridge, but I'm going to say it's a dishwasher. So just to communicate my concept, let's go like this. Slap that against there, and then a washing machine like this, like up on stacked on top of it. Like this, and obviously these you'd pick appliances that were the right size. I could even just, for the sake of this, just go like this. And I'm going to move this out to here. And take this out to meet it. Like that. And then tuck this up against it. So you see where I'm going? Just like like an appliance station here, almost.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. Oh, there's no. Oh, there's a cooktop. There's no oven. There's room though. There is room. I could almost put one. I'm gonna go crazy here and just slap it all in. What do you guys think? What are people saying in the comments about this so far? Look at this full size oven I'm gonna slap in here. Just see if it'll fit. Don't leave me hanging, man. What are they saying?
No one's really
What are the
saying
people saying?
anything
Oh,
about that.
they just don't care. Great.
No apartment size oven, all in one washer dryer. Thank you.
Okay. So that we can get rid of this, theoretically.
And then someone's saying no dishwasher.
No dishwasher. It's too late. I've already put it in. The time is coming past. So, I mean, I'm just kind of slapping these things together and just talking about what we could fit in. But one thing we need to address here is loft access. This one I'm not worried about because it could be storage or it could be some other kind of lounge because we've already got a lounge. Unless we want an adult lounge and a kid lounge. But the kids have their own room too. There's just so much space I don't even know what to do with it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if we can fit stairs. Unless we did away with the dishwasher like was suggested. Okay, let's try that. Let's try this. Just add work for the parents to wash dishes. That's cool. It's totally cool. So we're just going to ignore the fact that this is going to interfere with the fender. And I'm going to ignore the fact that this is its real size. I'm going to say that that's its size. Ah. And we don't want a ladder.
Josh is asking how high is the ceiling in the lounge? How much room is in the loft?
This is 6'4", isn't it? Yeah, 6'4". So we always default to what we have in the tiny nest, which is 6'4". What is your headroom in Little Red? I can't remember. I'm curious. So, but in the loft, again, just going from what we have in the tiny nest, we could get at the peak just under 4 feet of height with an under the loft space of 6'4", as we have here.
So Little Red is 6.5 in front and 7.5 in the rear.
Okay, so it is basically like it's a one-story tiny house, because it's 6.5. So at its lowest point, it's very close to what we have here, and then a little bit taller elsewhere, or on the other end as it slopes up. I'm tempted to go with a shed roof on this. Oh yeah, so I lost track of what I was doing there, but I was basically trying to build some stairs. How tall is this difference? So this will just be a proof of concept because I can't. I don't want to spend time trying to make this like even steps. But I'm going to go like this. Obviously this can't go any further than that. You see where I'm going with this, obviously.
Right, you're making stairs.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of confined to the
That's a neat idea.
dimensions of the appliances. I think it's possible, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on like fine-tuning it. Let's just say you can figure it out. Now there is actually extra space here.
Joe says you're a friggin' whiz computer.
I try, man, I try. Oh, that didn't work as I was hoping. Okay, so I'm almost seeing that, I guess, if we moved this closer to the door, we'd end up with even more space here for like a pantry. But then you would kind of have like a floating, or well, we could just pull this out. Yeah, could potentially just pull this right out to here, right?
Yep.
And then put, just gonna slap down a generic conceptual shelf thing in here.
Yeah, closet.
Pantry type thing.
Yeah.
This is in the kitchen. Oh, this is enormous. Scale that down. Scale it out. Right. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I like that one for a family.
And we didn't even do this space. So I think we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon. But what do you guys think? Is there anything that we want to try to fit into the kids' room, or see what can fit? I'm like gesturing again in real life, pointing at a screen that you guys can see it directly. Kids' room here. Any ideas of what we can kind of put in there, and just see what it looks like? Or this loft. I was gonna say too. It might make sense to make the. Let's unhide this. I'm gonna do something actually here, but yeah. Any last things that you guys want to see before we wrap it up? How do I want to do this? It's about a 2-foot difference. Why is it not like that?
Are you gonna make this this model available for download if anyone wants to tweak it?
You bet I am. So we're going to typically, like the day after or the following day, we publish the live stream as a standalone video. So YouTube just records this as we're doing it, and then we just make it public for anyone who missed the live stream. So in the description of that video, when it becomes a full-on public regular video, there will be a link to this file. So if you guys want to grab this as is, it's obviously a bit messy. There's like stuff cutting in at the bottom and everything, just as a fair warning. But you can grab this and mess around with it yourself. And if you do, we'd love to see what you do with it. Send us pictures or send us the file back. And we put these SketchUp things, these SketchUp resources out. Like we have the Iron Eagle trailer models that you can get for free. We have our own tiny house or tiny nest model, and they kind of disappear into the wild. Like quite a few people download them, and we're not really sure what happens to them. So we'd love to see what people make out of it. But anyway, yeah. Any last things you guys want to see? I am going to just do something to the roof, and then if there's anything else you guys want to throw in there before we wrap it up, let us know. just pull this up and then back down by 2 feet. That's what I want to do.
Trundle storage in second loft.
Trundle. Yeah, I know what that means.
You do?
No. What does it mean?
I don't know.
It's a good word. So good that it's better than me. Are you Googling it? Why not?
I'll Google it.
I don't
Trundle storage. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Trundle storage.
Look at this. Look at the amount of space there is in the loft. I think, you know, I'm approaching this from, I think all of our streams so far have been shorter trailers than this. Oh no, there was one that was pretty long.
135?
And we did a weird first floor bedroom but it was raised. Anyway, that one, all the space got eaten up quickly, but on this one, because there's lofts, there's so much extra space that I don't even know how to use it. Like, look at this. You could put a whole other bed there. Obviously, we got to put a king. What is the dimension of a king?
I don't know.
I think it's this one.
Right.
It looks weird and stubby to me for some reason, but
I think, yeah, it's just this. So it's a rollout type storage. When I Google it, it looks like the drawers that are under beds. You know what I mean?
okay. And so what was the suggestion again? Trundle where?
It was Josh. He says. Hold on. Trundle storage in second loft.
Against the wall, or you could do, or like 2 alleyways with drawers that open into the middle.
Yeah,
So you like pull. Yeah, you could do that. I wonder if that would. What's the benefit of that over shelves? Is it denser? Can you make it like denser storage? Yeah. I'm not sure how to draw that.
Halfway to the edge. I wonder if you just looked for that in the warehouse.
Well, how do you spell it?
Trundle.
Oh man. TRU. Sorry. Trundle?
LE.
Trundle?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. For the slide out bed. Oh, and then there's. Okay. I almost feel like that would be good in the kids' room. Oh, no, we can't do that.
So Josh says it's more storage per foot. It's hidden away and you have the ability to store stuff on top.
Right. So are we talking kind of like a block of it, like this? Halfway, kind of like a chunk like this, with drawers in the front that you pull out.
Right.
I just think it might be a bit unwieldy up in the loft because it's like a. I guess it is nice that it's hidden though.
Yeah.
Unless you had cabinet doors.
Yeah. Okay, Josh says they have trundle beds. The storage concept is the same. So it is
Yeah.
like what you're talking about, like a brick with
Yeah.
a load.
Yeah.
You could even have like a second bed up there. I mean, like a 1, 2.
I know we have so many beds now.
Yeah, we could have.
It's ridiculous.
Sort of big family.
Yeah. So I'm thinking almost like.
Josh is saying half that high.
Oh, okay, so it's open on the top, right? auto saving. Like that. And then put like,
Right.
go like that with, God, I'm trying to use inference. Whoops, that was too small. Oh no, I lost the inference. Kind of like this.
Yeah.
Ha! There we go.
Josh is saying to put a window in the upper space for the length of the trailer.
Along, like up in here, or up along the top. So actually, we don't even have the front wall in. We could put tons of windows along the top. It's kind of like the cider box
Yeah.
has all these windows.
Yeah. Width.
Sorry?
It says width.
Like,
Like the width of the trailer, I guess, with windows.
like where?
Like the width of the trailer, like instead of the length of it.
So, but where the windows go? You're saying put windows in
At the ends?
like at these ends?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the top?
Yeah. That's what Josh is saying.
Yeah. More circular windows? You could put little porthole ones. It's all about the circular windows. I mean, come on.
Why didn't we do that, eh?
Why didn't we do that?
Yeah.
Because it would have been tough to frame. But you're right, we should have. We should have just done it. We could have done it.
I know, we could have.
Whoops, what have I
I
done
feel like
here?
we would have just made it happen.
Actually, this is pretty much every, we put these, we put circular windows into all of our,
I know.
all our things.
People are like, hey, you should put a window. We're like, how about a circle window? It's like, no. We should probably wrap this
Yeah,
up.
we should wrap this up. I don't even know what to put in the, in this loft.
Well, you could put like a cabinet.
It's a bit awkward because the bed is, it's almost the full, I mean, this is the orientation we have our bed.
Yeah.
And at the foot, there's just this tiny little trough
Yeah.
of space. And, but oh, I guess you could, well, you'd want to have it, oh, you're right, yeah, you would want to have it, some privacy. Privacy. So you could do, I'm just going to copy the trundle. Oh, did this not, why did that not connect to this? Group that. Check this out. I'm gonna move this, copy move that to here, and then squish it down to like that, and then stack another one.
Now we're just trundling all over the place.
We're trundling all over the place. This is like my new favorite word. Go down to there. There. Ah. Get rid of that. Oh no, don't do that. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't group these properly. Oh no. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Just leave it. Just let it go. So yeah, lots of tweaks.
Yeah.
We can make lots of tweaks and refine that, but I think there's a lot of potential compared to how it was before. I'm glad we did this because last week it was clearly just ran out of space to make best use of that. But in here, I feel like you've got everything. I really like the dedicated like TV room.
Yeah, that's good.
When I first saw that, it was such a no-brainer to me. I was like, oh, of course, because that's what everyone wants. Everyone curls up on the couch. Everyone. I feel like that. Well, that's what we like to do. That's why we built this room like this. And when you have a wide open design, you just don't have that same
It depends
cozy
what you're
space.
for. Like, this is obviously a design that's like gonna stay in one spot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's that too.
Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. I'm like fading a little bit. Thanks for tuning in, and we will have this file when this video goes live as a regular video. So it's when it's not live, when it's like a pre-recorded regular video on YouTube. In the description, we'll put a link to this file in its its somewhat shoddy state. If you wanted to carry on and make some of your own edits, expand on it. If you do, let us know about it. Send us screenshots or the file. Maybe we'll feature it on another live stream. And if you're interested in learning SketchUp, quick plug for our SketchUp tutorial. We sell a tutorial where it basically I show all the basics of how to use SketchUp and then specifically how to do a tiny house design. We sell that on our website, which should be linked in, or there's a card. Oh, see, I'm delayed, so I can't even do it on the thing. But the card in the top right of this, even now in the stream, should send you to our website. We have the Iron Eagle trailers, like we mentioned before. This is a free download. You can download our tiny nest model, which is a really accurate, all the framing and everything, like all the details of this house that we have in real life. And what else? It's time to plug stuff. If there's anything left, sign up for our newsletter, subscribe, like this video. No, but seriously, thanks a lot for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always. Send us feedback. We're going to do a poll, I think, as well.
For live streams in the new year.
For live streams, because we like doing these, we'll keep doing them. But if people want to see other types of stuff, we can do that too. And yeah, thanks a lot for joining.
Good night.
See you guys.